The tank is one of the most unforgivable and pointless creature features I have seen in decades. Like, I cannot put words to my mouth to describe to you exactly how awful and horrendous this movie is. This is an abomination from beginning to end. Where this film has a list of problems. I'm only going to list a few of the problems here because I don't want to talk about this movie longer than I already have to. Like, I want this film to go in one ear and out the other. I want to forget it instantaneously. As soon as I go to bed tonight and as soon as I wake up, I want to completely remove the tank from my head. I want to pretend I never watched this movie. So yeah, let's get into a few of the problems with this movie. The fucking characters. The characters. These are the most cliche horror characters you can ever put on screen. Like, seriously. Okay. So they get to this house in the middle of nowhere, and they are yards and yards away from any from any like shopping centers or any gas stations. And in the middle of the night, they hear these frightening sounds outside. And what's the first thing that a logical human being would do? Oh, that's right. They would go outside and investigate the sound. Like, they certainly wouldn't be a smart character now, would they? And call the police. Because last time I checked, lady, I'm pretty sure the police is a 24/7 service. So yeah, she goes outside, by herself. She gets, she tries to find where this sound is coming from. Typical horror movie bullshit right there. Second night, it's literally rinse and repeat the exact same fucking scene. They wake up in the middle of the night, they hear these frightening sounds. What do now? They split up and they go and try and find where this sound is coming from. And once again, has did the police ever click in your mind that they are there to help? Like, I understand what happened to the first police officer, but like, fuck, really? Like, and it's obvious that they have cell phone service out here. If they called the police officer, that comes to help them in the film, it just so happens that yeah, that that didn't end so well for him. But it's just when I see scenes like those, like it's it's good suspense. It's good suspense. Like them kind of lurking around the like the house late at night and all that. Like it's good suspense with the sound design, all of that. The thing I don't like here though is the fact that one of these nights ends with a fake out jump scare. Yes, that's the last thing us horror fans love, isn't it? We absolutely love fake out jump scares. Get that bullshit out of here. Like, just fuck off with that. And that's not the only problems. Throughout this film, the characters just continue to get worse and worse and worse, and they make some of the most insidious decisions. Like, how the fuck, like, no, literally, how the fuck are these characters still alive by the end of this movie? How are they alive? They should be dead. I want them dead. I don't want these characters to fucking survive. They've been horrible throughout the whole goddamn runtime. And like, yeah, the ending they make. I'm not even going to talk about the characters anymore. It's your typical like horror movie characters right there. Second thing is the action in this film, the creature action. We all go to these movies, wanting to see, some cool, creature action and all of that. What if I told you, and would you believe me here, if I told you that the editing in Jaws for the Revenge, that really shitty opening scene where that guy gets attacked on the boat and there's like, 30 different cuts of his death? Take that scene, for example, and put it into the tank. That's the type of action that you get in this film. It is like shaky cam, fucking cut to shit. Like, the editor would have had to be a 2 year old. That's the only way it makes sense to me. Because the action in this film, you can't even fucking see a fucking thing. It's. I really have to calm down. Don't know. I really have to calm down. This movie is really getting to my fucking head. Yeah, my god. Um, what else? What else is wrong with this movie? Oh yeah, the fucking story. The story. Oh, I cannot wait to get into this. I really can't. Okay, so throughout the first 2 acts of this film, there's this whole mystery going on how the main character's father died. Like, he initially heard that his father died in a car accident, and the second time he drowned, and yeah. So there's two different versions of the story here. That happens in the first 2 acts, right? Yeah, yeah. So I still have a cold. It's fucking killing me. Um, when in the opening scene of this movie, we literally see what happens to him. And the movie tries to come up with these excuses, that there is no fucking monster and all that. It is bullshit because anyone who has seen the trailer or seen the poster for this movie knows there's a creature in the movie, so stop insulting our intelligence there, director. Seriously. But that's something that really got on my nerves is they spend all of this time building up this mystery when there really is no payoff to that, and there's really no payoff to where this story does eventually go. Like that's the disappointing thing is there's a lot of I guess balls still hanging here, and I don't know, like that is disappointing, and it makes the first 2 acts very unwatchable, and yeah, so yeah, no, that I hated, and yeah, the other thing with the action as well, if you don't get a fucking migraine by the end of this movie, like I will be shocked. You are one brave man if you don't get a fucking headache from this movie, because this movie almost put me to sleep at the beginning of it. Like I wanted this movie just to kind of be some creature movie fun. I just wanted to throw some popcorn in my mouth and just have a good time. Nope, that's not what I got. That's not what I got one little bit in this movie. But this film is just a bad on every single level. I can not recommend this. This film does not have a single redeeming quality. Fuck the tank. Fuck off. Get out of my mind. That is $25 I will never be getting back. So thank you very much for wasting an hour and a half of my life. So yeah, thank you very much, Tank. Thank you. Now fuck off. Ugh.